from the United States, right?
I'm Canadian, but I live
Canadian.
here.
Oh, that's cool. So, which states are you living in the US?
I live in Illinois.
Illinois. And how do you like it, Illinois? It's-
Um, at least it's not Indiana, I guess.
yeah. Like maybe do you live in Chicago or like in another city?
I do. I live in Chicago, yeah.
Dude, I love this city. It's such like a really big city, right?
Yeah, it's every bit as big, like metropolitan, like city center
Yeah.
wise as like the biggest cities in like the United States. Like
Yeah.
it's on par with New York. It used to compete with New York for skyscraper dominance. But New
Yeah.
York just totally, is a different scale now. New York is like, 10 million people.
Yeah.
Chicago is one third of that. So
Dang.
not
That's
even close. But yeah, I don't know. It's like it's not dirty the same way New York is, on
oh
account
yeah.
of like space and city planning and alleys. Um,
Yeah.
but it's less walkable than New York is as a result. Like the city's a little bit more spread out that way.
Yeah.
There is great public transit, but you
Yeah.
almost have to use it if you're living in Chicago. It's not an
Yeah.
option. Or you driving, or you're
Oh
taking
yeah.
lifts. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
it's on Trump's hit list right now. Like he's
Oh
sending
really?
the military here or something very
Seriously?
soon. Yeah,
Dang. That's crazy.
we had our
Uh
mayor issue a public address just a couple of days ago saying like, this isn't what we asked for. We're going to meet you with
yeah.
resistance.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's
Wow.
crazy.
Wow. That is crazy, man. So, and for how long have you been living in Chicago so far?
For like 14 years.
14? Wow.
14. Yeah.
Wow, that's insane. So, and why did you decide to move there? Maybe to work
I
or
I didn't really decide. I mean, I just kind of had the opportunity,
yeah,
and I took it. It wasn't like the product of a big deliberation process or something.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't
kind
like
of.
a decision to move here. It just kind of happened. I had some family friends that offered to put me up for a month when
Yeah,
I was having some trouble. I had moved home and was having some trouble
yeah,
cohabitating with my family, with my parents, and they
yeah,
offered to put me up for a year, and I
yeah.
stayed here ever since. So
Oh yeah.
it's like
So,
longer. It's the longest I've lived anywhere. It feels like the closest thing I have to like having roots and having
yeah.
a home.
Oh
Um,
yeah. So, by the way, I'm actually from Brazil, and I'm here to practice my English. And because, like, I know that the Canadian and the American accent are very similar, so can you actually tell if someone is from America or like from Canada just by their accent, or maybe you can't really tell like the difference?
I can, but that's because I'm Canadian. I feel like
Yeah,
there's some Canadians that are more sensitive to the Canadian accent and some that
yeah,
aren't. Um, it just like the American accent, there's lots of variation within a Canadian accent.
yeah,
But typically the vowels are much more enunciated. Um, the way that words are spelled in Canadian English is different than
yeah.
American English as well. There's a lot
Oh,
of
really?
like OUR and like I don't know if it's just more of a French influence or like a French
Yeah,
influence that wasn't like taken away. But yeah, like neighbor is
yeah.
neighbor in Canada.
Oh. Wow, that is so interesting. Like, I mean, because
It's
I'm not
weird.
like a native, so it's really difficult like to tell the difference. So, like with you, for example, like I wouldn't be able to tell like, oh, he's from Canada just by
Yeah.
hearing your accent, you know?
I mean, I don't have a Canadian accent though. Like I have a Midwestern accent, and
Yeah,
the Canadian Midwest, it is very much like the American Midwest. You're just kind of
yeah,
like determining which side of the Great Lakes,
yeah,
you're pointing at. So all around the Great Lakes, the accent's very similar.
yeah.
Um, and over time I have lost a lot of like my Canadian accent features, like
Really?
saying sorry instead of sorry, like sorry
Oh, yeah.
in American English. It's sorry in
Sorry.
Canada. Like sorry about that.
Wow.
Also, the amount of times people say sorry is way different. Like in Canada, people say sorry all the time. In America, like if
Yeah,
you apologize at the scene of an accident, you're claiming fault.
yeah,
So
what?
in Canada, that's not a rule. People say sorry. They aren't
Yeah.
claiming fault. They're just kind of like, um, empathizing or something. But yeah,
Yeah,
sorry is a big word.
sorry.
About and a
About
boot.
a
Canadians say
boot?
a boot.
For
Yeah,
real? A
yeah,
boot?
yeah,
Wow.
a boot. What
Wow.
about that?
What
Yeah.
about
So
that?
that's a weird one. That's a dead giveaway if somebody says a boot. It's like, okay, yeah, that person's Canadian.
Dang.
Um, let's see, home instead of like home, like
Wow.
home, like just
Home.
like the way that words are enunciated is way
Yeah.
different in Canadian English.
Wow. That is
Um,
so interesting. Like,
it's really not, man. It's like the
yeah.
least interesting variation of language of all human time and
Yeah.
anthropology. Oh yeah, the subtle differences between Canadian and English and
Yeah.
American English. The two places that were never, I'd say that like even New Zealand and
Yeah.
Australian, like their accents would be more interesting just because they have like I don't know, a different cooler history with the American accent. Do you know much about the American accent? Like the history of the American accent?
I kind of do actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like the Brit how like at one point conceivably in the past like the British accent and the American accent were the same accent,
Yeah.
right? Like back in like the 1700s between Boston and London, like there was no
Yeah.
differentiation, there was no difference.
Yeah.
Um and Boston actually has the more conservative of the two. So
Yeah.
the expression of English in Boston, like which is in America, is more like the old London than the current like posh London
Yeah.
accent. Um, okay, cool. So
Wow.
another interesting thing with
Yeah.
the American accent um, and its expression is
Yeah.
that like when the radio was coming about and becoming a huge thing,
Yeah.
there was, a lot of correspondence, a lot of like exchange between London and the Americas,
Yeah.
and they invented like like a different accent called like transatlantic, and that
Oh.
transatlantic accent like never truly existed, like no one walked around speaking like this,
Yeah.
but it was like an overly dramatized like radio version of
Yeah.
what people were like talking like that both peoples could understand, and it went on
Yeah.
to become a huge thing during like talkies during the first uh, like films with sound.
Yeah.
Um, and so it's really perpetuated like by movies like Casablanca, like the
Yeah.
classics. When we think about like classic black and white film,
Yeah.
like often the way that these people were speaking was like this hyper dramatized transatlantic dialect that didn't truly
Yeah.
exist, but has since had an influence on like the way that both cultures
Yeah.
like exist. Um, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. No, it's very interesting. Like, I mean, for someone like me, like someone who's actually not from like North America, I find it very interesting, like the differences between like the accents from the US or like the accents in general in English. Let's put it this way. So